there, Freedom One. I just want to talk today about trolls and harassment and such on YouTube that actually has a agenda behind it. How are we supposed to behave? Well, we know how to behave when we understand what is motivating it. See here, I got on Wiki, troll. Let's look what a troll is. Someone who posts inflammatory blah 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 with the intent of provoking other users into a desired emotional response. So that's what the enemy likes to do. He likes to ruffle your feathers. And when a person is trolling, you don't buy into falling into their little trap. Okay? Okay, folks, I got an example for you. If you look at this, you see our attacker here has written this comment: circumcision of the heart. Sounds like genital mutilation of the heart. Ew. Okay, what can we learn from this? Well, in this actual video, those words are nowhere. Circumcision of the heart is not even in this video. Not even at all. So we have a, if you want to really spiritually dissect what you're coming up against, okay, well, what's that? Well, it's a lie. So we have a lying spirit. Now, genital mutilation of the heart. What is that? That's a perverse spirit. Okay, so we got two nasty spirits going on here. Well, it's like, ew, like, haha. Okay, so would you say that that maybe is a railing or a mocking spirit? I mean, this whole comment here is spirit, 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 and it's all, I don't even have to go to the person's site or their page because I've already figured out what they're about. And it's, why waste your time? So, why am I not going to comment on this? Okay, here we have the comment on my page, right here. And why am I not going to comment? Why am I going to remove the comment fully? People say, oh, maybe that's taken away my freedom of speech or whatever. Well, why am I not going to? Well, this is a tactic of the enemy. What happens if I comment on it? Let's go up here. Ooh, anything I comment on comes up here, okay? And do I want that, that the first thing that people see after watching my video, maybe people that are questioning curses and whatnot, the first thing they're going to see is this negative railing comment. So no, I'm not going to even allow this comment on my page. And I'm not going to feel bad about it being, oh, you're taking away my freedom of speech or whatever. No, because we got three spirits in operation here to dishearten or mock, rail, or whatever the body. And that's just unacceptable. Okay, let's look at another kind of attack. And this one I can show this person because it doesn't really matter. They're no longer around. But people will do this. They will flatter you. Oh, look, I am exposing what I'm doing from out of the heart comes out the mouth. So then I have all these problems. Blah, 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 blah. So then they just do this to blow smoke and to try and win you over for what they're going to do next. Oh, I got all of this, I've been contacted, and look, it's all in one day. Just blah, 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 blah. And look what it says. I trust you. And as these things go on and on, oh, I feel danger and under threat, when they feel like, oh, you're going to push them away. Okay, so when we get to this I feel in danger and under threat, it's like, oh, you find all this trust stuff. When it gets to this point, Suddenly, they're talking about another YouTube user that is a Christian. And, oh, this person is so cold and blah, 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 blah. And basically, I never even went to the person's site. I don't, I'm not concerned. I'm not going to even indulge in anything. What I'm looking at the whole time is the spirit that's coming off this. And so the whole time the spirit that's coming off of this is, oh, I've got all these issues, and I only deal with the issues, okay? So you don't get involved in the drama. You stick with what is being confessed out their mouth. As you hear spirit and all these things manifest, I am actively counseling only on those issues. Okay, and as we go back and forth with all these emails, again, every time I am coming with the Word of God, with counsel, with everything that is addressing the issues the person is having, when we get to a point here where I am declaring, I am here to point you to Jesus. So the Lord led me to say, don't be surprised if some of the precepts from our conversations end up in teachings. And then I said, my big thing is, why tell one person when I can help many? And I'm assuring that's anonymous. It's best to reach many with it because many people have issues. Well, after I wrote that, then I get this reply that reveals the true intent. Okay, and right here you can see it all. It goes from, oh, I trust you and you saved my life, to all of a sudden full-blown manifestation. What I did was I exposed, they were afraid of being exposed, and that's what the Lord had me do. And I wasn't even going to expose anything. I was going to, talk about the precepts or whatever, but the spirit within them flipped it, and then they got fearful, and you can see all this stuff in there about the FBI and whatnot. It's because, that's just intimidation. And like I said, the end result, they canceled their account. Their account was old, but they canceled it. The whole bulk of what they were trying to do, the spiritual understanding behind it, where they were trying to plant seeds in me that would cause me to go after that Christian, to empathize with their pain, their hurt, their whatever, and to turn against that other Christian, to turn my agreement against that Christian. Because what is the most powerful thing, same thing that killed Jesus, is other Christians turning, thinking they are of the Spirit of God, turning on each other. That is the most powerful. That's more powerful than witchcraft, because you're moving in the Spirit of God and you're twisting it. So it's just plain evil. And so when the enemy gets you to do that, it's like, party in hell, because it's such an awful victory for the enemy. So you have to be on your toes, and that's another reason why I didn't go to that person's site, because I didn't, you don't want to go there. You don't want to rely on gossip and whatnot, especially from a person that's obviously very manifested with demons, because there's just so much vacillation. So use wisdom in that. I can't emphasize enough that if the enemy is on your turf, take authority over it. Right here, somebody let the enemy post this nasty thing. Of course, I replaced it with the word turd, because that's what it is. Don't let the enemy glorify himself on your site. Won't stop the beat and go!